Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Today we are going to be doing more of the Deluxe Pack EX Solar Battles, specifically Charizard EX. Now looking at the deck, it's a pretty straightforward deck. Ramp Charmander as early as possible with Magby and Moltres. Start swinging with Charizard basically in the mid and end game. Now there's already a pretty good deck floating around for this solo battle, being the Memory Light Meltan deck. And I still haven't played it, but I looked online, saw some deck lists for it, kind of made my own rendition of it, because it actually looks like it'd cover every side mission that we possibly can do, with the exception of the get a certain amount of battle points. Now, with the deck being able to do a little bit of ramping of its own with Meltan, and some card draw with Klefki, and put out some pretty decent damage with Melmetal himself, I figured it'd be a good way to kind of get a good feel for it. So let's get into the card by card. We're going to be running 2 Meltan and 2 Melmetal from Genetic Apex, 2 Klefki, 2 Steel Apron, and 2 Memory Light, as well as 2 Adaman, mainly to pair with Melmetal's ability, Heavy Coat, just to reduce that damage by another 20. So 40 damage in a turn. That cuts out the weakness. So kind of nice there. We're going to be running 1 Cyrus, 1 Sabrina, and 1 Repel. Ideally to force out the Charmanders in the early game to kill them off. We're going to be running 1 Red to ideally one-shot Moltres EX. And then the standard, 2 Pokeball, 2 Professors. So, if you like what you see, drop a like on the video. And let's see if we can forge a win on this or die in the furnace. Alright, let's make it happen. Game 1, we go second, not bad. It allows us to amass, even better. We start with Meltan, so yeah. It'll make it easier for us to amass some energy and ideally start hitting by turn 3. Which, if we end up drawing that red, we start with Moltres. We'll be able to one-shot it, take an easy 2 points. Ideally, they don't have Rare Candy in hand. So pull the other Klefki out. Start looking. Memory Light. Man. We got the Memory Light. If only we got the Meltan to go with it. Or the Melmetal to go with it. That'd be great. But this is a totally fine start. What we're going to end up doing... Yeah. So they're already going to start swinging out pretty hard. Ooh. I did not realize it was the Genetic Apex Charizard. I don't believe I will be able to live a hit from that, even with the damage reduction. That's rough. Okay. This is fine. Let's go ahead and... I'm going to swap out to Klefki. We're going to try to do a little bit of damage, as well as draw a couple cards. Let's get both of these out of our hand. We don't need them anymore. Let's see if we can find that Melmetal. Ideally sooner than later. That Charizard is going to be a problem. Okay, he can hit next turn. If I draw a Steel Apron, I should be able to live a hit. So let's just keep amassing here. I'm gonna put that on there. Now I could swap it out, but chances are he's just going to go into a Charizard and then one-shot me with Slash. So not worth it. I'm just gonna let the Klefki go down. I'm just gonna keep digging as deep as I can in this deck. Oh man. Heat Blast. That's gonna suck. Yeah, him having that Charizard just on the back burner does not make this look any good. Okay. got the Steely Apron, it's still not gonna let that Clef Key live. So we're just gonna keep going at it as is. Got a 50-50 here. Ideally, I draw the Meltan. It's not gonna change much. That Charizard is just going to absolutely wreck me here. But we'll do what we can. And I didn't get it. Okay. Well, let's try again in game 2. Going first is not ideal. Especially into a Magby. Oh man, that sucks. But we got the Meltan, the Melmetal. So ideally we get Memory Light here. We don't. Okay, that's fine. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna just pass. But ideally next turn, if we draw Memory Light off of the professors, we can just put Melmetal on, start absorbing some of that damage, and ideally just keep amassing. So let's see what we got here. Memory Light, please. Nothing. Alright, let's pull the last Clef Key out. I think at this point, just 30 damage. Okay, I can live a hit from it. I am going to. Yeah, I'm just gonna amass. Ideally, they just don't have the rare candy and Charizard in hand. And if they do, they're just going to immediately kill. So, here's the Moltres. Why would they do that? What is the point of that? Okay, I'm not gonna complain. That's one less energy on Charizard I've got to worry about, at least right now. Man, okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna amass. I doubt they're gonna swap out right now. And next turn, what we're gonna do is gonna go Melmetal, and then red, and then just one shot the Moltres. Ooh, man, that is a lot of energy. Okay, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. They got nothing on us. I'm actually gonna start prepping this other Meltan. I think at this point I have no reason to try to put the Clef Keys out. They're kind of just as a damage fodder, you know. Alright, so let's go one shot the Moltres, and hopefully no Charizard next turn, and we can just one shot whatever he brings out. Get an easy game 2. Okay, game 1, absolute wash. We got absolutely screwed up. But game 2, it seems like fortune is on our side this time. Yeah, and it looks like we are going to take the win on game 2. Okay, let's go to game 3, see what we can do. Alright, game 3. Let's see what we got. Going second, that's ideal. Get to place an energy, which is nice. Leading the Meltan, also not bad. And they have no other bench, so ideally no Pokeball or anything like that. Just kind of, yeah, you can dream, right? Double Magby though. We actually might be able to do something here. Why am I just getting the Pokemon tools? Dang it, man. Alright. We're gonna have one prepped for, we're gonna leave the other one off for now. We're gonna have one prepped with Memory Light for the time being. Okay. There shouldn't be much of an issue with us pulling, Melmetal out of the deck. We still have another Professors. Okay, ideally we get it this next turn. Man, the computer is struggling here. They've got nothing. Come on, give me... Yeah, sure. I'll take Clef Key. We can do a little bit of digging with Clef Key on this one. Okay. Ideally, we get Melmetal just right off the top. No, it's fine. Like we said, we'll make it work. Now that's a problem. Okay, thank you. Let's start breaking their board. And if they decide to bring out the other Magby just to kind of save face on the Charmander, we're just gonna repel, get rid of it, and get that Charmander out of this game. There's the Charizard. Okay, so you can't even Magby now. Magby is useless. Why would you do that? Again, the AI on this makes no sense. You would have wanted to switch first and then do that. And redraw the red. Okay, yeah, that's just an easy game 3. I don't know what the AI is thinking on this one. Let's try to get in one more good game, and we'll go from there. Hopefully, it's not absolute garbage. Well, I am 3 battles in, and I just realized I don't have my mic on. I am literally just sitting here going off of my camera's audio. So, post me. Try to fix it in editing. If you can't, you'll be able to tell. Alright, not the greatest start, but the fact that we can lead Clef Key, start doing some digging, and we can pull a Meltan out of the deck, it's not bad. To be honest, I might just let this Clef Key go down and just keep going on that Meltan in the back. Yeah. Let's pull the other Meltan out. Let's go ahead and get rid of speed. How many? 11? I haven't pulled a single Professors. Because ideally, I'd be able to just get Memory Light. I'd be able to amass with Melmetal, and then reduce a decent bit of the damage that Charmander will be doing. But for now, we're just gonna let it go. We'll drop the other Meltan. And, ideally, they just don't have rare candy. Of course, they have rare candy. They always have rare candy. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they have rare candy? Alright, it's fine. We'll make it work. Hey, alright. So I probably should have just asked, but it's fine. We're going to reduce some of the damage, so bring it down to 40 instead of 80. And mass. hopefully, we can still take the win on this guy. Storm. It's fine. We'll send out the Clef Key to just eat a turn. I don't know how well that will work either, actually. Let's put you there. I'm just gonna have to keep going. I don't know if we're gonna make it out of this one alive, folks. Even if I Sabrina, all you have to do is bring in a baby Pokemon and we're done. You can just retreat. Yeah, and that doesn't save me either. Okay, well, this one's a wash, but it's fine. We'll get them in the next one. We'll try to go for a game 5. Alright. Game 5. Let's see if it's again another straight wash for us. We're going second. No memory light. That's fine. We'll have 2 turns of draws to potentially get that memory light. Start off with everything. Literally start off with everything. Jeez, dude. It's looking like this one is also gonna be a wash, but we'll try our best. Ideally, we pull the other Meltan out of the deck. Yeah, the Clef Key's fine. Just to save a bit of damage for later. Let's go ahead and add him in here. Just start amassing. Yeah, the more they whittle us down in the early game, the easier it is for them to just slash us to death in the late game, and that's a problem. Okay. Even better. Okay. So, we should be able to kill the Charizard here pretty easily, actually. Because the deck list, they're not running Lily. Actually not running any sort of healing on the deck list. Them retreating actually doesn't do anything different. That's fine. I think for the most part we have this game. I think this will be an easy win. Now if they evolve the Charmander, maybe less so. I think the only way they would win with that would be Elemental Switch. But we'll see. What has got left? 8. I mean, a 1 in 8 chance I get red. We can hope for it, right? And just kind of one-shot it. Or we can hope for that. That also works. Alright. Let's see if we can pull the red out of there. If not, we're just going to repel. Chances are they'll put the Charmander out front. We'll one-shot that. And with us having red in hand, next turn, yeah, we'll just one-shot that Moltres, and nice game there. Man, these battles have been very one-sided every time. Either I get my butt whooped or I'm beating the AI. I don't know why you would do it that way. Dina, fix your AI. That's an easy game. Well, and the Sabrina also makes it an easy game, but this is better specifically for the side missions because even though you're capped out at 3 points per game, killing the Moltres after already having 2 points still counts as 4 points for the side missions. Here we go. Okay, y'all. Well, that's probably going to be it for me for the evening. And I hope you guys have a good one for yourselves.